Are you a casual Pokemon Go player with not a lot of time on your hands? Well, lucky for you, there is an event coming up that is made to help you. Roggenrola Community Day is the event we're talking about today. To understand why this event is such a game changer for you, there's 4 things you need to understand. Number 1, Rock is the most useful raid attacking type in the game. Out of the 52 raid bosses in the game, Rock can hit 13 of those Pokemon super effectively. That's literally more than 1/5, which is a lot. The number 1 team for any casual player or player in general that they should have built is a team of Rock type Pokemon. Next up, we need to learn about Gigalith in Pokemon Go and its new move it's getting during its Community Day, Meteor Beam. The stats for Meteor Beam have been pushed, putting Gigalith in the number 4 overall spot, not including Megas and not including Shadow Pokemon. The only Pokemon in front of it are going to be Rhyperior, Rampardos, Terrakion. Although not the best of the best, this is still a very good Rock type raid attacker and can get the job done for any of these Rock weak legendary Pokemon. You also need to understand Lucky Pokemon. Lucky Pokemon is a special status a Pokemon will get randomly when being received from trades. When you trade away Pokemon, there's a 5% chance a Pokemon flips to Lucky, in which both trainers get Lucky Pokemon. They are going to be half the amount of Stardust to power up, and the lowest IVs they'll be able to have is going to be 12, 12, 12. So IVs will never go lower than this. You can also, of course, do Lucky Trade to guarantee Lucky Pokemon, but that won't be important for today. Finally, you need to understand Trade Evolve Pokemon. Gigalith, for example, is one of these Trade Evolve Pokemon, and what this means is when you receive either a Roggenrola or a Baldor from a trade, when you finally decide to evolve the Baldor into the Gigalith, it's going to be completely free since it was received from a trade. Some other examples of trade Pokemon are things like Machamp, Alakazam, or Gengar. But of course, today we're talking about Gigalith, which is one of these. With all that out of the way, there are a couple steps you can take as a casual player to get one of the cheapest Rock type raid attacking teams during this Community Day. So first of all, you want to make sure you have September 18th from 2 to 5 p.m. available on your schedule so you can play some Pokemon Go. That is when Roggenrola Community Day is going to be, so you're going to want to go to your local play area wherever you play. During this Community Day, between these timeframes, you want to catch a minimum of 100 Roggenrolas. You really want to focus on catching those higher CP Roggenrolas when you're out there, and we'll explain why in a bit. Also, using Pineapple Berries and Silver Pineapple Berries when you can on these Roggenrolas will increase the catch candy on these Pokemon, and also Mega Evolving a Mega Aerodactyl will get you extra candy depending on the level it is. Although you're not going to need too much candy to build these teams, you're still going to need some, so make sure you collect as much candy as you can during your playtime. Okay, 5 p.m. hits, Community Day is over. You can even end your Community Day earlier if you catch a bunch. Find a friend. You're going to need a friend for this. You're going to need a trading partner. It doesn't have to be a friend. It could be some random player you find on the street. You can send them this video, but you need to be able to trade to take advantage of this. You're going to want to go ahead and do 100 trades with your friend. That's the max you can do in one day. Mirror trading Roggenrola. So trade a Roggenrola for a Roggenrola. The higher the CP the Roggenrolas you trade, the better, because this will save us Stardust and candy when going to power up our Pokemon later. Once trading is over, you're going to want to filter out all of the lucky Pokemon. Even if the IVs on your lucky are literally the worst they could possibly be for a lucky, still probably going to be worth powering up, because the difference between that and 100% IV is not going to be a big deal. And as a casual player, you can't really be too stingy on what Pokemon you're powering up since you don't have a lot of time to play. You're going to want to take any of the luckies you got during the day and evolve them all the way into Gigaliths. I'm hoping you got 6 luckies because it takes 6 Pokemon to fill a whole team of raid attackers, but just evolve what you got. Finally, you're going to want to go ahead and power up every single Gigalith you have there all the way until they're level 40. No need to go to level 50. You'll be able to tell it's level 40 because it will start to ask you to use XL candies when powering up. You don't want to be using XL candies. Just power up before it stops asking you that. Or if you're under level 31, it's just going to be the highest you can power it up. Then once you've done that with all the lucky Gigaliths you now have a full team of lucky Gigaliths with a meta Rock type attacking moveset and pretty much a full team of Rock type raid attackers. Again, Rock, the most useful type in raids, so I'm sure you're going to get plenty of use out of this, especially as a casual player. And even though you're not going to be doing the most amount of damage in raids, you're still going to be holding up your own. For any casuals who are still on the fence about this, let's break down how expensive a team will this be to build. Starting with candy, it costs you 50 candies to evolve each of the Gigaliths, so that times 6 is going to be 300 candies. Then to power up a Pokemon from level 35 all the way to level 40, remember when I told you to get those high CP ones because those are going to save you some candy, it's going to be about 118 candy per Gigalith. Could be more if you're powering up lower level ones. 118 times 6 is going to be 708. Add that to the 300. You're looking at about 1008 candies to get a full team of powered up Gigaliths. Might seem like a lot, but 1,000 candies is not hard to get. And I think we even have 2 times catch candy during this community. What about Stardust? Because a lot of people are probably going to be wondering. Again, if you're taking a Pokemon from level 35 all the way to level 40, I'll say it again, please catch and trade the higher CP Roggenrolas. It's going to be 44,000 Stardust for a lucky, since it's half off for luckies per Gigalith. Times that by 6, you're looking at 264,000 Stardust to power up 6 Pokemon. Normally that's the amount of Stardust, you're gonna be investing into one Pokemon to power up, but that's enough to power up a full team. I'm not lying to you guys when I say if you are a casual player, this is the event to play if you do not have a rock type raid attacking team. Again, it's not gonna be the most meta team ever, but for the price you're paying to get 6 full powered up Pokemon that will do good damage in raids as rock type raid attackers, it's just insane. Please share this with a friend, share this with anyone who doesn't have a lot of time to play Pokemon Go or can only go out for community days, and tell them this strategy if they don't have a rock type raid attacking team. I should not see anybody when a rock type raid boss comes out who is not using a full team of ready mons now that this community has been made a true thing. Now I will say, if you are more of a hardcore player or you have a lot more time on your hands, Gigalith probably not going to be the most worth putting your resources into. You know, Rhyperior, you know, Rampardos, and you know, when Shadow Rampardos and a bunch of other things come out, they're just going to be a lot better, but they will be a lot more expensive and tougher to get candies for. This is just a very accessible thing for a lot of trainers, and I highly recommend if you are one of those trainers with not a lot of time, this is like the 3 hours you're going to want to play. I think you're going to spend like what, 4 hours, you play 3 hours of community, you spend an hour trading, and then by the end of 4 hours, you have a full team of 6 Pokemon for the most useful type in the game. Like, what's to hate? That's gonna be it though, guys. Comment below if you're gonna be doing this, or if you are more of a hardcore player and you have a lot more time in your hand and you're just gonna be skipping out on Rock and Roll community. We're gonna see you all in the next one, guys. Follow from this one. Peace.